Hey everybody,
Hi guys,
Mr. and Mrs. Travel here.
El Cost Glam. In this heat, it's over 100 degrees out here today. No makeup, just lipstick. It's hot.
Yeah, it's a warm one.
Yes, it's a hot one today.
Today we wanted to come to. Oh, you want to do a shout to the link?
Oh, let me just stop myself in my tracks. I would like to give a shout out to Tracy Starr. You stopped me today when I was shopping in either TJ Maxx. I went to TJ Maxx, Ross, Publix. I think it was TJ Maxx you stopped me in. And thank you so much for stopping me and letting me know that our efforts is not going unseen. And we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for letting us know how we influence your life. If you have not subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit this notification button. That way you'll know we're uploading. We upload every single week. And we bring free cruise tips to your homes.
All right, let's get to it today. So, we were sitting down thinking about a good video that we could do. And what better way to bring information to you than compiling what we consider to be the top 10 questions that we get
all the time.
All the time.
Yes. The top 10 most common questions we're asked with cruising.
Yep. So let's get on to it. Number 10.
Number 10.
What's the weather like?
What is the weather like cruising? You have 4 seasons to choose from. So what's the weather like when you're cruising?
Yeah, that's why. And listen, that's why you need the experience here. So yeah, it just depends. You're talking about Caribbean. I mean, it's obviously hotter in the summer.
It is hotter. On the ship, it's windy.
It's still it's a little bit cooler in the wintertime. But if you go to your further out islands like Aruba and Curacao and St. Lucia and all those islands out there, you probably wouldn't even know it's wintertime, right?
No, you won't. And inside, sometimes it's kind of chilly in the ship. The air conditioning be on. But when you get outside, you be so happy because it be so muggy and hot. I think it's hot all year.
But then wintertime on maybe a Bahamas cruise, you really could take a chance of getting a cold front. Like we sometimes will get cold fronts that come through Florida in the wintertime.
Yes.
And the Bahamas aren't that far off of the coast. And sometimes they go over there. You all were over there one time when it was like in the 60s and raining.
Yes, it was hoodie weather. So that was really chilly, like in around January.
So like in the wintertime there, you might want to bring like a little jacket or something for the evening.
Yeah, a little hoodie, a sweater. You'll be fine.
Alaska is another example of those. Alaska's just a place where you need to just dress in layers, period.
Yes, because the weather change everywhere you go in Alaska.
Yeah, it'd be cool in the morning, and then as the day goes on, the sun comes up, you're walking around, it'll get hot, you gotta pull the jacket off, and so dress in layers. Different seasons in the Mediterranean where they have a rainy season or a cooler season in the fall. Their weather is pretty much even with North America, so they have the fall season where it gets cooler and more rainier and things like that. So the summertime is the prime time for the Mediterranean. That's why all the cruise ships are there. So you definitely want to do some research to figure out what's best for you. Obviously, hurricane season is a consideration.
You might want to avoid that season.
You just never know.
Sometimes it's hurricanes and sometimes it's not. So it depends on your preference. Next question.
Next question is a subject that we have tackled before, but we'll just briefly cover it. Number 9.
Number 9. Do I need travel insurance?
Good
question.
Yeah, I would think.
I would say yes, absolutely, 100%. It's a personal decision, but we prefer travel insurance. Why?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it definitely is a personal decision. I would say the more your cruise or your trip costs, your need for insurance goes up, right? So if you're spending like, $400 or $500 a person for a quick Bahama cruise, you may not need it.
It's coming up quick.
I don't know, but the more money you've got invested in there, definitely. If you've got elderly with you or people that may be sick, is definitely a consideration to have on there because it covers you medically for a lot of things.
Yes, it does. Especially when you're traveling far with somebody elderly. You want to think about how far the flights are and how much work it is just to get them on the ship.
Yeah, so it's a personal decision, but it is a good investment to have, especially for the medical portion of that.
Absolutely.
We've had numerous clients have had to take advantage of that insurance, and their claims have been much more than what they paid for the insurance. So, and we've heard some really tough stories, like the gentleman that fell off the the cliff in Jamaica. Remember, broke his leg.
He broke his leg
and had to get transported all the way back to the United States from Jamaica because they were going to cut off his leg in Jamaica.
Sure, they wanted to amputate.
So yeah,
it can happen. Things happen. It's out of your control, but you want to make sure you're protected.
Yes, indeed, it's worth the consideration.
Next one.
Number 8. Should I wait to the last minute to catch a good deal?
Then that's a good question. Waiting for that price to drop.
We get this one all the time.
Yes, we do.
It's not like it used to be back in the day.
No.
Back in the day, I mean, you could drive to the port. Those down in Florida could drive to the port and like catch a cabin that day and go for dirt cheap
and just see if the ship is not filled up. You can just walk on.
I'm not saying that that's not still there, where you can get last minute deals, but it's less of a common thing. So we always encourage people, if you know what you want to go on, it's your vacation. Unless your time is really flexible and things like that, then okay, maybe that's for you. But if you know the cruise you want to go on, pull the trigger, go on the trip. The price could drop, and then you'll catch the savings anyway, right? So
exactly. Don't wait to book.
Yeah.
It might go up, it might go down.
Yep. So yeah, we've had some really tough cases where people have waited, and they had multiple family members that wanted to go, and then the cabins are sold out that hold 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, and they were out of luck.
Or the ship sold out, period, or some of the family booked, and then some of the family were waiting and they couldn't get on the ship.
Yeah, that's when it gets sad for us.
Anyway, if you know where you want to go, pull the trigger, go for it.
Absolutely.
Unless your time is super flexible and you live like right next to the port, and
then it's easy for you.
Wait for the
Next one, number 7. How long should I go? How long should I cruise?
About 6-7 months.
That would be the world cruise.
If I could take my puppy dog with me.
Yes. We hate leaving them.
I wouldn't be here right now.
This guy.
Mr. Snow. If I could take this buddy with me and let him run all over the ship,
we'll take him.
First of all, he'd get 100,000 rubs.
Yeah, he has my heart. Say hi, Snowball. Say hi, everybody.
Again, that's another personal decision, I would say. For a new beginning cruiser, you may want to try something a little bit shorter to see if it's for you, see if you like it. So that's a consideration.
It is.
And for those of you who are experienced cruisers and you don't get seasick and you enjoy it,
go for longer.
Like us, the longer the better. I mean, 7 days are almost too short for us now.
We love a 2-weeker, back to back. That's our favorite.
I like 8 days and more.
To me, getting on like 3 or 4 days, that's too short. But everybody's different, so some people don't cruise as much as we do. Number 6.
Our beverage package is worth it.
Our beverage package is worth it.
Well, for us, the answer is no.
No, we never take the beverage package because we don't drink. But you probably do.
Yeah, it really depends. It depends on your level of consumption, I guess. And then keep in mind that you can get other things along with it, like usually specialty coffees and shakes and teas and bottled water and energy drinks and all that kind of stuff.
Smoothies and protein drinks or whatever they have.
So you have to know kind of where you're at and then compare it out with the cost. I think Norwegian is probably the best one for that because if you can get to pick the beverage package for free with your cruise, and so
everything will be included.
And so you only pay the gratuities, which is like a little bit over, like $100 a person, a little bit over. So I can see that.
Me too. That's
for that because I mean, like $120 times 7 days. Yeah. I mean, you can see, with just a few libations, or even if you went and got 4 or 5 Sundays or shakes a day. Or
pop. Well, down here they call it soda.
Yeah. Soda pop.
This guy loves soda.
I need to leave it alone. But.
Yeah. That's when it'll come in handy.
So yeah, it depends. I think that they're worth it, especially if you can get a deal on them. If you get it included with your cruise, that's a pretty good deal. Other than that, you have to weigh it out, get the cost, know what the gratuities are on it, and weigh that cost out. I think Carnival was like $56 per person per day.
Yes.
Including the gratuities, if I'm not mistaken. So, are you going to consume $50 to $60 worth of drinks a day? I mean,
that's your personal preference. You have to figure that out.
Okay.
Next one, number 5. Will I feel the waves on the ship when I'm trying to sleep? Or when I walk in, then, some people have sea legs when they come off the ship. Will I feel the waves?
You might.
Yeah, you might. Depends on the weather.
That's it. Mother Nature, we can't make that call, right? So.
No, we cannot. And the captain, if he drives fast or if he drives slow.
We can try to put you in the ship as strategically as we can. And the newer ships have the stabilizer wings that pop out under the waterline to help smooth the ship out. So I think that they're very good at not feeling the waves, especially when you got on your bigger ships like the Oasis and the Allure and all those big ships.
What amazes me all the time is the shows. How in the world do the acrobatic shows happen? And sometimes the ship is going.
Yeah,
they're up in the air so high.
Like the Epic when they had that Cirque du Soleil show.
I was really amazed at that.
I was scared.
Me too.
Real talk.
We were nervous.
It depends on the weather. You can't call it.
No, you can't call it, but you just have to take a chance. Don't let the weather hold you back. Call us and book a trip today if you're ready to start your vacation.
The waves in the Caribbean are less of an impact, say in May and June in the Caribbean. That's probably the most optimal time to go.
Sure, I agree.
Moving on. 4.
Number 4.
Do I need to, or what should I wear on elegant night?
Formal night, captain's ball, dress up night.
If you're Mr. and Mrs. Traveler, you dress to the nines.
You dress up every day. Not really every day, but we like to dress a little casual all the time.
I love formal night because I get to throw my tuxedo on. It's an excuse to throw it on.
It is. I love to dress up because it's not very often you get to dress up and, look good for who you with. You want to turn up sometimes and turn on, and make sure you keep that fire lit. I love to dress up for formal nights. It's one of my favorite things to do on the ship.
Yeah. Now, you don't have to go out full-blown tuxedo, but, we always recommend, regardless of the cruise line, that you just, dress nice, dress
decent,
like business casual or something like that,
Sure.
Please don't go in shorts and flip-flops,
No.
Just, people are taking the time to bring nice things with them, and the ship's people and the captain are dressing up in their best, and they're out there greeting you and things like that. So, I mean,
absolutely.
you're not obliged to do all that. That's just us, but I enjoy it.
I do too. I think it's a nice gesture. It's not cheap to a cruise, so you want to make sure you just look good just for that one night. It's only the one night. Then everything else is pool time and excursion time and port time. But that one night, you just want to dress up to make sure you look good that night. That's it.
I agree.
Next one, number 3. Do I need a passport?
Oh, buddy, we get that one every day.
Yes, we get that question every single day.
It depends where you're going.
It really depends on what port you pull up at and where you're leaving from.
Yeah, if you're doing a Caribbean cruise, no, you don't have to have a passport. You could have a driver's license with a valid birth certificate. It has to have the seal on there, original seal. And if your name is different than what's on the passport, example, Mrs. Traveler's name is different on her birth certificate than it is now because she's married to Mr. Traveler.
Yes, and I love to be here.
If she did not have a passport or only a birth certificate, she would need to bring something with her showing it how she arrived at her new name, Mrs. Traveler. So she'd have to bring her marriage certificate that said, "I do to Mr. Traveler."
I like that.
So
that was a good way of putting it. Very simple. I hope you understood it because you can't get more simple than that.
Now, if you're flying somewhere, like you have to fly to London or wherever you're doing a Mediterranean cruise, you have to have a passport. You can't get on the plane without a passport.
No, you cannot.
So you're not going to get very far. In some places, you need visas, like Cuba. So even though Cuba's in the Caribbean and you're going down there, you have to have a passport to go to Cuba, because then the cruise line is going to issue you a visa for your passport that they will, most of them put it right on your account and charge you, so you can go to Cuba. But you have to have a passport to go to Cuba. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then they give you a visa.
Next one.
Number 2.
What's
included?
What's all included on my cruise? All this money.
Okay, this is like a whole video by itself, so we'll just go through it real quick because I'm not going to do it. With your base cruise fare, your taxes and port fees paid. You have access to food virtually 24 hours a day.
7 days a week if you're cruising 7 days.
Some of them like cut off the buffets a little bit earlier, but you still have access to
snacks and pizzas, room service,
but you might have a little charge there. But for the most part, you can go somewhere and get something to eat any time of the day. You will not go hungry. You'll have your dining room times. You'll have the other little snicky snack restaurants and all kind of places to eat. Most of your entertainment is included in that.
Yes.
So your shows, activities, your pool time.
Yeah. Towels they even supply towels for you. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Getting on and off the ship and all that stuff, you don't have to pay, because people have asked us that too. If I get there, I have to pay. No, that's all included. So it is a virtually all inclusive on water, minus your alcohol
consumption,
unless you have the drink package, but just your standard base cruise fare. You usually have water, lemonade, iced tea. Some of them have
coffee, hot chocolate.
Yeah, some of them have flavored waters,
flavored like kiwi, strawberry. That's my
in the morning juice and things like that. So they have all that stuff.
Sure.
So you'll be good. You have your entertainment, your food, shelter over your head, and good times.
And service. Your waiters and waitresses, housekeeping, all that's included.
Well, don't forget the tip.
Yes, they work hard. Next one, number 1. Is it a good value?
Yeah, so
I think so.
I think so too. We get people asking us about that all the time. To me, I prefer cruising. I mean, it's a personal choice. I prefer cruising and seeing the different places.
Me too. To me, the value in cruising outweighs the dollar amount and knowledge. And when you go to a resort, you're landlocked, versus cruising where you wake up at a different port every day. I learned so much cruising, and I love to cruise. I love to travel. So it's the value that matters the most. What are you getting for your dollar amount? What are you getting for your money? The experience alone is the value to me. So
I agree. And I mean, you get to wake up at a different place every day and just be out. I just love looking at the ocean and watching the ocean go by. It's one of my favorite things to do.
It is relaxing.
But doing a cruise, you go to places where you can say, wow, I could go back there. Because nothing's worse than doing a land trip and going to a place and finding out you don't like the place.
Then you're stuck.
And you're stuck there for a lot of days. 5 or 6 days or whatever. So, I mean, this has happened to people, right?
Yeah, we've heard about it.
On a cruise, you go to the places and you can go around. So, like for instance, we went to Aruba before. We got to Aruba, like, you know what? I could stay here for a few days.
Yeah, that's
really nice.
It was like, wow, we'll come back. That way, you'll know where you want to go if you landlocked versus having to be there when you don't want to be there.
Yeah, so I think it's an excellent value. I mean, for your money, when you break it down, it's between depending on the cruise, between $100 and $200, between $100 to $200 usually per person per night. And I mean, you think about that. If you stay at a hotel, you're going to spend that much in a hotel. Then you got to get the food and all the other stuff. So I mean, everything's there, right? You don't have to worry about driving.
It's all inclusive.
You don't have to worry about drunk drivers.
Yes, you're safe on a boat. You're not driving. What else is better than that?
Absolutely. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching. Tuesday.
we would love to hear some of your questions so that we could do a subscriber edition.
Comment below and let us know which your most common question.
What question is burning in your pocket?
Yes, what question is on your mind that you want to know about cruising? You just have been too shy to ask us. Comment below, we'll answer it.
Subscriber edition.
Subscriber edition.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching. Go Lions.
Go Lions. They beat them Patriots. I'm sorry to say. There's probably a bunch of people mad at me right now because I'm probably the only Lions fan watching. I mean, there might be a couple out there, but...
And it's fall, ladies, so our men will be sitting in front of the TV watching football.
I'm not going to tell my age, but this is many, many, many years of dedication to a team. I can't just bail on because I live in Florida. And who am I root for down here?
Right.
The Dolphins. Well, okay this year. Anyway, I'm just talking about it like that.
What you say about Tampa Bay? Because I was laughing. You gotta say it again.
Tampa Bay, I said they're doing okay. Tampa Bay's doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we beat them too in preseason. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. We love you so much.
Love you. Thank you so much for watching. We decided to do a sunset version, and we're remodeling the home. So we have our little twinkly lights going. And we hope you enjoyed this nightlight.
Life's short, guys.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.